Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial. Actually, why am I even giving you that intro? We're not knitting again. We are working on stuffing the same stuffy that you saw me working on yesterday, and this is the, every time I look at this it's getting more and more fuzzies on it that don't belong to it. It's like residual cat fur and the whole lot, but this is the non-licensed Pikachu character that my aunt made for my partner, and it's been a million years and I haven't stuffed it yet until yesterday. So we did the ears. I can turn it so you can see it. I did the 2 ears and we got the little arms done, and then we have the feet to do, and then the tummy area, and that should, well, and the face, I guess, the whole middle part, and that should get us through most of this bag, if not the whole rest of it. And then that means I won't be able to do anything until I can go to Michael's or Joann's to get some more stuffing. And I don't know why I threw the whole thing out or pulled it all out of the bag. I'm committed now. I have to commit. But yeah, it's so much dust. It is Wednesday evening here, day 3 of working from home. If you are chronicling my journey on Instagram, then you are well aware that every day is a little something different. But those aren't like super deep posts. But I will say today was a lot slower than yesterday, which was a relief in of itself, because for the heck of it, I said, why the HE double hockey sticks not try intermittent fasting? And I looked into it. I was down a YouTube tunnel last night, let's just be honest here, and this doctor who does cosmetic surgery, and he was like analyzing celebrity cosmetic surgery and analyzing some of the botched television show and some stuff like that. So it was one of those days where the reason for my channel is to avoid that, but I was able to stay on track. I was working on my Josie Mimi cardigan, and I just wanted to switch things up and watch some weirdness instead of some knitting stuff or whatever I usually find myself captivated by. And I stumbled across him, ended up watching a few videos, and before you know it, one of his other suggested videos came up about intermittent fasting, or not, well, I guess it was like fasting, but it seemed to be the line of intermittent fasting. And some of you may already do that, and I was like, at the time I was watching this video, I was almost through a whole tube of off-brand Pringles, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably think a little bit more about why I'm eating. But it's really because it was late, and I was like, I'm going to be up for a long time, why not snack on something? And then one Pringle thing turned into several Pringle things, and then I was like, wow, I shouldn't be eating this late, this bad food. I still have, some other things to do the next day. I don't want to have like a tummy ache when I wake up. So today I was like, well, why don't I just try this intermittent fasting, and I'll look into it some more and to see if that's something I can do. Can I commit to trying it out? And it turns out I pretty much do that during my daily life anyway, because going back to the reason we are working from home today, my job is very demanding. As you know, you guys know this already. I say it all the time. And so when I get into work, well, one, I value sleep. So I usually try to sleep in as late as I can before I have to get up to go to work. And when I get up, I don't have time to make a breakfast. Every now and then I will have like a protein shake ready, or like just like a pre-mixed thing that you buy refrigerated, or a cup of yogurt, Or if I'm feeling really, really good, the night before I might do like overnight oats, so that's ready to take with me to work. However, when I get to work, I'm always slammed like first thing in the morning, and I usually don't eat until noon or later because I've been working, can't take my lunch break. I usually like to take my lunch break at noon, but sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's even 3 o'clock, and it's almost time for me to go anyway, and I'm like, I'm just now eating a meal today. Sometimes I don't have one at all because I'm so busy and I cannot take a break. So especially when I'm training new people, then if I'm back to back to back, I don't have anybody to watch the new people, so they can't be left alone. So I'm like, you know what? I already kind of do this. However, if I'm lucky, I do have like some coffee or some tea in the morning while I'm at work, but I dump the heck of like so much creamer or sugar and cream, like a flavored coffee creamer or a cream and a sugar, or if you guys watched my my card making video, I had a cup of coffee with condensed milk in it, and so that's sugar. And if you're gonna intermittent fast and you're gonna drink, you shouldn't be, and you probably already know this, but it makes sense, you shouldn't be drinking stuff with sugar in it, a lot of carbs, so that you're not, or a lot of calories, so you're not defeating the purpose of the fast, which is to restrict your body for a moment of time. And so I'm like, well, I have been drinking a lot of creamer because I've been home the past 5 days, Saturday, Sunday through Wednesday. And secondly, if I run out, that means I have to go to the store or something to get some more. And if that's one of those things that people are like stockpiling and I can't get access to, I'm going to be very sad when I need it. And thankfully I have like 2 more cans, I think, of condensed milk in my cupboards, so if worse comes to worse, I can always bust that out. But I don't know, I go between 2. I really like condensed milk, but I also really enjoy coffee creamer. So either or, I'll survive it, but the point is that I shouldn't be drinking so much of it, of the creamer itself. So I was like, all right, this morning, I'll, wake up because I have my morning meetings. Every morning I have a meeting. They've bumped it back to 9:30 now instead of 9 o'clock, so that gives me a little bit of time, because now I've been getting up at about 7:45 to be ready by 8:30 to log into my work computer. And I usually have to unplug all of my monitor, my headset for the meeting, and my mouse, my keyboard to my work computer, and the internet cord. So all of that takes some time. So I try to get up a little bit earlier, early enough to wash my face, put on my makeup, slap some clothes on, go downstairs, and get ready. So this morning I had my coffee and I didn't have any creamer. I put some oat milk in it because I've been on this, I heard about oat milk from somebody. I think it was a YouTuber, actually. I'm kind of like between several genres of YouTube content. Commentary, because it's nice to listen to while I work on my knitting, because I love to get inspiration, and it's cool to see how talented everybody else is, and, brush up on tutorials and stuff like that when I'm puzzled by a technique I'm learning about. And the beauty community, because I'm not trying to snatch my face or anything, but I really like makeup. So it's fun to watch other people talk about makeup too. So it was a person who does a little commentary, a little bit of makeup, and she actually lives in Seattle, and that's kind of the area I'm from originally before I moved to the Midwest. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. She's around my age. She might be a little bit younger, I think. And she's kind of like a hipster, I guess, if you classify somebody, though she denies it vehemently, but she very much is classic hipster. And so she was talking about oat milk, and I love milk anyway, but I prefer like soy milk. I've tried almond, and it just tastes too, like when I drink almond milk, I feel like I'm thirsty because I think that nutty taste of it just makes my mouth really dry feeling. And I think I'm eating a handful of almonds, and I'm not really a nut person per se, like a salted peanut, a pistachio, are okay. And then once I get into like walnuts, pecans, cashews, stuff like that, I'm like, they're okay. I'll eat them, if they're around, but as far as like almonds go, here or there. And so yeah, it tastes like almonds, obviously. Coconut milk, I cannot stand coconut. Coconut flavored things, sure. Pina colada, bring them on. But like coconut straight up, I can't take it. Anything with that coconut flavor, that's like real, either it's like shredded or whole, or it's just straight coconut, real coconut flavor, I can't taste. I hate that taste. So coconut milk is out. Anything coconut based, out. Even cream or even ice cream, no sir. But in a cashew, I would say the same thing, except for chocolate cashew milk, like a chocolate almond, a chocolate cashew, delightful. But usually I'm a soy person, occasionally a rice milk. Even that's a little bit, sometimes, but mostly soy. And then when she talked about oat milk, I was like, weird. I'll give it a shot. So I bought one. I was at Target and I picked some up a while ago. And I liked it. It didn't really taste like anything. It was very mild to me. Kind of like soy milk, but I don't think, not as pungent, I guess, as soy. So I'm hooked. I'm set. I like oat milk. And I have some. I've been using it in my cereal, and it's unsweetened. It's just original flavor. And it's the Chobani brand. And I was like, I'll try this. I'll put this in my coffee because it gives me that cream. It takes the kick, like that bite, that bitter off of the coffee taste, because I think I'm pretty adult when I can drink coffee just with cream and no sugar, because I like sugar. I'm like a kid. I like sweets. And so I feel like super special if I can tolerate a cup of coffee without any sweetener in it. So I felt like, yay me. I drank 2 cups of coffee this morning with just a little splash of oat milk. And I say a little splash, like enough to change the color, but not enough to make it look like I accidentally spilled a cup of coffee in my glass of oat milk, you know what I mean? That's usually how my cup looks, but not today. So I was very proud of myself. And after that, I drank water, and then I had a bubbly, which is like a seltzer, like a sparkling water. It's flavored, but it's unsweetened. And I really like those because even though they're not sweet, they give me that bubbly taste, the fizziness, yes, that I like from soda. So I had one of those, and then I waited it out because you're supposed to, I didn't read that much into it, like as far as how many sources I used, but the gist is that if you're fasting, you don't want to stretch it out. Maybe you don't want to start out like cold turkey, like a long time, but I was chatting with a friend of mine who was talking about how much she had been snacking since working from home, and I was like, me too, but I'm just gonna stick to liquids for most of the day and see how it goes. So from 2:30 this morning, oh my god, I can't believe it's still the same day. So 2:30 this morning was like 2:20 was when I had that like moment where I looked at that tube of off-brand Pringles and I was like, this was a bad decision. I need to put this down and get my life together, because I can't just eat myself so that by the time I need to leave and go back to work, I can't even get out of the front door because I ate all my snacks. As much as I would love to, that's not going to help me in the long run. So I was like, all right, let me get back in gear and think about what can I do with what I have here. And the best thing is, like, don't eat anything. It's not that, you should be eating what you need to make your body function, but I'm no nutritionist. I'm just a person who wants to talk about some stuff that she thought was really cool and wanted to share it with you guys. And I'm proud of myself because I had like this little inkling of a headache, like just this little dull throb, and I couldn't tell if it was because I was tired, because I had not gone to bed until way late, or if it was because I was having sugar withdrawals, because I'm so used to having sugar in my life, in my day, that my head's like, this isn't your normal day, what's going on? So I was like, So yeah, I had some fluids, kept myself hydrated. By the time dinner time rolled around, so for me to have gone the 16 hours that I wasn't supposed to eat, darn it. Okay, he's still pretty flat, you see, and I could puff him up some more, but his feet, no stuff in his feet, and I only have this much left, so this isn't even gonna fit. This is probably all gonna fit into 1 foot, but I'm gonna just push it in his tummy anyway. So darn, we definitely have to go to Joann's to get some more stuffing. But at least I got to talk through my day, which was mostly just thinking about not eating stuff because it was available to me. And I had dinner, and I had my sorbet that I had saved from yesterday getting the Grubhub delivery. So I ate that for my dessert and had some more water. And then I took a nap because I was waiting for my partner, because now that they're home too, we're trying to, well, we haven't really, but we need to iron out a schedule to use this room so that we're not waiting for each other to finish what we're doing in here. And so I waited for them to finish working out before I could take it for the rest of the evening. But I want to go to bed earlier for me, but I have to do some editing first so that I can have these guys buffering, these videos that I have from Monday up ready to go for the rest of the week. So it might be a long night anyway. We'll see. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me while I worked on my off-brand, unlicensed character, Pikachu. And we made some progress, so I'm pretty happy that I can actually see its shape now. And we'll probably have him hang out with us until I get some more stuffing so that I don't forget about him again. So yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.